Alright, much Abrew about nothing. Playing some Enchantress in Legacy. Okay, Zero Lander. Got a mulligan that one. This is kind of sketchy. Do we don't have any card draw. We start with a leyline. Hope to scry into a land, and then rest in peace in Sterling Grove? Maybe I'm supposed to go to 5 here. I think we are. Alright, this is about as good as it gets. Let's put the land to the bottom. Savannah, Wild Growth, go. Hope we don't get hit by Wasteland. Mox Diamond. Discards a Swamp and Ancient Tomb. Follows it up with... Alright, we do not really care about Ensnaring Bridge. We do care about our lands getting destroyed, though. So, Zero Sanctum, Argothian Enchantress, pass the turn. So, some sort of pox effect here to kill our Enchantress is pretty bad. Alright, another Ensnaring Bridge. Well, Windswept Heath, crack Windswept Heath, get our Taiga, and just... Words of War? Draw a card. Ooh, Enchantress's presence is sweet, potentially. Phyrexian Revoker. Probably gonna name Words of War, I assume. Yep. And Underground Sea. And... Sword of the Meek. So our opponent's gonna be able to go pretty wide. We might be okay, though, on this Mull to 5. So, let's... Enchantress's Presence, draw a card. Solitary Confinement, draw 2 cards. Another Sanctum. Alright, I think we just let it go. I think we're likely going to let our Solitary Confinement die next turn, since we have another one. We mostly just wanted to start drawing cards. Tezzeret. We are going to need to start keeping our Solitary Confinement alive, but I think we can wait till next turn, because we can, like, Enchantress into Wild Growth, draw a ton of cards, and then we can start keeping our Solitary Confinement alive. What does our opponent get from Tezzeret? Alright, takes a Baleful Strix, and passes. Alright, we sack our Solitary Confinement. Draw an Elephant Grass. So let's play an Enchantress. Play a Wild Growth. Draw 3. We're a little pinched on green mana. Wouldn't mind drawing a green land. There's a Horizon Canopy. So let's Horizon Canopy, Enchantress, Solitary Confinement. Draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's just pass the turn. Well, we don't have a finisher yet, but we're pretty well set up here. We can keep our Solitary Confinement locked in. We're drawing an insane amount of cards. Opponent gets a Signet. And eventually we'll draw into things to either get rid of the Revoker and win that way. We're actually pretty close to doing that now. Humility would get rid of the Revoker. Signet. And a tap land. Alright, so we need to discard a card. We'll discard Moat. I don't think is necessary. So let's see. We can Wild Growth or Taiga. Draw 4. With drawing this many cards, we're going to find our finishers pretty quick. Do we just win with Humility here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We might. Do we go for it, though? We don't really need to. Let's just Utopia Sprawl, draw 4. We'll let it add white. Utopia Sprawl, draw 4. We could just hit our Helm, too, and win that way. Haven't found it yet. So let's tap this. Utopia Sprawl, draw 4. Helm? There's our Helm. Tap Seer Sanctum. Play Helm of Obedience. Rest in peace. Draw 4, and our opponent needs to be able to counter this, or we just win here. Alright, so we just kind of drew our entire deck. And that's that. And that was a Mold of 5, mind you. Well, Stony Silence seems like a winner in this matchup. I don't know about Choke. They didn't seem to play many actual islands. Suppression Field is also interesting. It slows down Tezzeret, Thopter Sword combo. So let's do that. And going down, what are we going to go down? Humility doesn't seem... Well... Yeah, Humility doesn't seem... Actually, let's go down the Moat. Humility might be alright. It does shut down Tezzeret creatures. They might have a few counters for City of Solitude, but probably not that many. O-Ring's good. Ley Lines are good, because I assume they have discard. I guess we can go on Words of War and just plan on winning without it. Is that too risky to rely on just Sigil and Sigil and the Helm combo? It might be. I guess we can go down a Rest in Peace. Leave the Words of War. We got to make 3 more cuts. Maybe Humility's an okay cut. Rune Talo and Elephant Grass? Oh, we gotta play 61. I always forget that. Alright, let's try it like that. Alright, this is pretty good. Got 2 Enchantresses, and we get to start with a ley line on the battlefield to make sure we don't get hit by discard. I like that. Ancient Tomb. I was a little worried that was Chalice to the Void, but it was not. So, Dimir Signet. So let's just Forest, Wild Growth our Forest, pass the turn. Academy Ruins. Is this Tezzeret already? Chalice on 2. Alright. Well, that means we need to Sanctum. Enchantress's Presence. And then Utopia Sprawl. Draw a card. White, green. We're going to have tons of white mana if we have Sanctum. I guess we'll set it on white to be safe, though. Pass the turn. So we can't play our actual Enchantress thanks to Chalice. At least not at the moment. Alright, Wasteland takes down Seer Sanctum. Alright, let's Elephant Grass, draw a card. Oh, God. That's bad news. Notion Thief A. Now let's Enlighten Tutor. What do we get here? We even took out Humility. Stony Silence isn't great. I think we just got to take O-Ring on top and pass the turn. Yeah, that Notion Thief kind of got us. Oh, God. Opponent casting things into their own Chalice. Fair enough. Oh, twice in the same turn. Oh, and the shame scoop. Oh my God. Oh my God. I've never seen that twice in a row in all the games I've played with Chalice of the Void. I've seen people run a spell into Chalice of the Void. I've run a spell into Chalice of the Void, but I've never seen anyone run a spell into Chalice of the Void, be like, oh crap, I just cast something into my own Chalice, and then immediately tap 2 more mana and cast something else into the Chalice. That might be the greatest thing I've ever seen. I mean, no offense to our opponent. I'm not laughing at them, because I make all kinds of horrible puns, so don't take it that way. But that was a good one. I am proud of that punt. That's something I would do. That's on the pithing needle your own pithing needle level.